How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another quant update. If you remember the last video, I was saying not to worry. As of now, this should just be a retest of this previous support now as resistance. So expecting this 112 to 117 area to maintain. Now it is obviously got other dependents, mainly weighted on Bitcoin's performance. And if Bitcoin is going to fail to bounce from here, and this area is actually where it's meant to bottom. So it's a micro pullback, mini pullback. As you can see for Quant, it's into previous resistance. So you'd argue that is exactly where it's meant to find support and continue higher. But it's all dependent on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is on the smaller time frames creating an inverse head and shoulders to get out of this dump that we experienced over the last day. So as long as that plays out, Quant will hold 112 and then continue into my expected $151 area. From today's valuation, this is still a 30% move. But understand that even with this small micro bullish pattern on the Bitcoin chart, if it fails to turn around from here, we can see Quant is on the verge of losing this $112 area. So I guess we can already start looking at potential supports beneath that point. So one fib that you can place is this. You can place another fib like that as well. All in all, 105 to 110k. That is the next layer of support. It's super close, but there's a lot of support in this area. It's going off these two lows there. And I'll have to make that other red box green, of course, because this is meant to be support now going forward. And this line green as well. Yeah, so this is the area it's meant to turn around and flip bullish. Go back into bullish mode from. Failing to do so, this then becomes resistance and it targets this box. This is where it should then create a double bottom if it is to head down into there. The bears will attempt to form a head and shoulders pattern in this area if it dips down into 105, 107k, with that being the head and this being the true resistance point. So technically could be a fake out here. So obviously there's many examples that I've just given. That's all you need to know. Just waiting on one of those paths to be taken. So if Bitcoin reverses from here, simple. If Bitcoin continues down, it will find its next support. Quant will also, the bulls will say, potentially a double bottom to get up into 150. But I'll remind you, okay, the bears could then actually use 117 as resistance, and this now create a head and shoulders pattern. So it's all dependent on Bitcoin. You have all the cases that can now play out. You're now just waiting for Bitcoin's reaction, and that will then tell you what of those three paths or two paths that are three paths that I've just mentioned Quant is on. It's simple. It's either up from here, down into here to go up, or down into here to create a right shoulder and continue lower. Without its development, how am I meant to know? So keep your eyes on Bitcoin. You know all three examples that can happen now. You just need to simply wait and see which one it takes. But primary path that it's on is that this should be its bottom, and from here it should go up into 150. That is it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you want to get educated to learn the strategy on your own, I've got an ebook or one-to-one mentorship calls. Now, the calls are obviously going to be the best thing you can do because it's live Q&As.